Davey, Allison, and Ken Schrader. 5th is Ernie Irvin. Then running in the 6th position is Jimmy Spencer, followed by Dale Earnhardt, Sterling Martin, Marlin, Mark Martin, and Michael Waltrip. 9 laps to go.
And look at Bill Elliott running that high groove up in turns 1 and 2. His car not handling like it was just a couple of laps ago. He's moved up the racetrack, but these other cars not able to take advantage and move down to the inside. You know, Nick, Ken Schrader might have the best car right now, but I don't think he's going to be able to pass 4 cars in just 8 laps. Do you?
3 cars, he'd have to have an awfully strong car to be able to do that, that's for sure.
Well, what Geoff Bodine and Davey Allison have learned in the first 151 laps of this race, they will now try to capitalize on. Elliott leads, looking for his first win since September of last year.
This time Bill Elliott in the middle of the corner.
He's searching for a good spot to run. Whichever spot, he's able to stay out front so far, but he don't know what Geoff Bodine has left, if he has anything back there for him or not. Of course, he passed Geoff a little while ago, so
Geoff Bodine also has not won a race since September of last year at Martinsville.
I told Tim Brewer yesterday it looked like that he and Junior were pretty doggone busy in that 3 or 4 weeks they didn't come to the racetrack, because at Michigan the car was super competitive, and today been one of the top cars all day long.
7 laps to go as they remain in the same order. Elliott, Geoff Bodine, Davey Allison, and Ken Schrader. Once again, there's Elliott going high through the first and second corners.
Way high on the racetrack. When he did that a moment ago while he was on commercial, I thought he was going to wreck.
But it worked for him, fellas. He picked up about a car length.
Now look at this.
Trying to break the draft.
Break the draft, going to the inside.
Might have worked. He got another car length there.
Yep.
Now, which way is he going to go here? Is he going to go high or is he going to go low? He's trying to figure it out. He's in the middle of the racetrack.
Seems to work pretty well for him coming off turn 4 and through turns 3 and 4. There he goes down on the inside again. Bodine follows him. Get every little bit of draft that he possibly can, but I'll bet
but he's back in 5th position right now.
Again, Elliott trying to run all over the racetrack, so these fellas do not have any idea which way he's going to go. Trying to keep them from getting the draft. Some draft off the car in front. Once again, Elliott really high up in the corner.
Got good traction that time. It worked for him. He picked up another car length or so, then goes down to the inside, trying to break the draft. He knows they're going to follow him down through there.
They just move right into his tracks and follow him.
But maybe that little bit when he first makes that turn gives him just a little bit of an edge. He's working this thing well, fellas. His car is running well, and Bill Elliott is driving it to the best advantage. It's been a while since we've seen somebody really make those maneuvers all over the racetrack, but Bill Elliott is driving a super smart race right now.
There's 4 cars in front of him, 4 slower cars in front of him, and they're going to catch those cars before the race is over. So I think they're going to come into play before this thing ends.
Bill Elliott is Daytona's all-time leader in earnings with $1,094,000. 3 wins, including 2 500s and 1 Pepsi 400. Can he win his second Pepsi 400 here in the next 2 and a little more laps?
Davey Allison might be getting close to being out of the draft. He's getting some effect from it, but I don't know. He can still pick it up.
Bill's best finish this year prior to today, 2nd at Atlanta.
The cars are going down in turn 1. Those slower cars I talked about, there's 2 of them right in front. Now, is that going to help Geoff Bodine as he comes off this corner on the low side? Maybe he's going to get some draft. Let's see.
That's Purvis in 51.
Didn't help him that time.
Well, I think it did help both of them pull away from Davey Allison a little bit, Benny. So it looked like it boiled down to a 2-car race. Now Elliott picked up a little bit on Jimmy Means there.
Now he's able to turn down in front of Means, and that'll give him a little bit of advantage on Geoff Bodine as well.
Left Geoff up there running in thick air himself. Now Dave Marcus in front of Bill Elliott. He's got 2 more cars there that he can work off of. So far, Bill Elliott has worked the draft. He has worked the racetrack and his race car to his advantage.
2 laps to go. 5 miles of racing left at Daytona in the Pepsi 400. Elliott and Bodine.
This is an advantage for Bill because he's able to run high where he's been running all the time. Bodine hasn't been up there, so might really work for Bill. Let's see.
And he pulls back to the inside, leaves Geoff out there once again on the outside. Once he got in front of those cars, Bill Elliott has given a super smart race here, fellas.
And now look, he has a, what, 10, 15 car length advantage on Geoff Bodine with just a lap and a quarter to go.
Elliott looks like he has things going his way. No one has ever won this race starting from the 10th position, but Bill Elliott may be on his way. He receives the white flag. There's 1 more lap to go. It's been 20 races since Bill Elliott was last in victory lane. That was at Dover in September of last year. He moves, it looks, even further away from Geoff Bodine as he takes the car off the 31 degrees of banking in turn 2 and heads down the flat backstretch. Bill Elliott goes to the inside, trying to break that draft and trying to leave Geoff Bodine in his wake. He now takes the car again into the banking, 31 degrees in turns number 3 and 4. Bodine lurking about 7 or 8 car lengths behind. Elliott has the car right on the bottom of the racetrack. Here they come into the tri-oval. Bill Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia, heads toward the checkered flag, and he gets it. Elliott wins.
Meanwhile, here's a race for the 5th spot, I believe. Michael Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt, Sterling Marlin, Ricky Rudd.
Rudd and Jimmy Spencer are side by side at the line, but Rudd got the advantage. Let's go to John Kernan, who's with Ernie Elliott.
I tell you what, Ernie, the whole crew deserves this. Bill, a great job driving. You had that stop-and-go penalty. You had some problems with handling of the car, but you kept working at it.
Yeah, I think it's really proves the merit of this race team. You know, nobody's giving up, even through all the adversity. I just like to dedicate this to all the people who have sacrificed, so that we can be able to be here today. Mike, Rich, my grandmother, my mom, my mother-in-law, and especially for my dad, who stayed there behind us the whole time, never giving up. And all of our families, my wife, kids, everybody's really stuck with us. We've been down and out, but it just proves the merit of this race team.
Ernie Elliott, Bill's brother, crew chief, engine builder.
Bill Elliott wins the Pepsi 400. He pulls the car into victory lane. We'll be back to talk with him right after these.